What is going on, players, and how are you guys doing? In this video, I will be discussing the latest in Destiny's new game update, but before I do that, I just wanted to thank you guys so much, because at the time of this video, I'm currently at 99 subscribers, and I'm sure that very soon, there will be that one person who is able to make it 100, and just thank you. I appreciate every single one of you that subscribed, whether you're my friend, a buddy I met on YouTube, I appreciate it. Definitely expect something in the future. I don't know, maybe a new shout-out series or something, but for now, let's just get right into the news. Don't sue me, Killer Keemstar. Okay, so, for the starters, I guess, the Titan class has minor changes to the subclasses. For the Sunbreaker, there was a 1.3 travel increase for the Hammer of Soul, as well as a nerf. They did, however, buff the super by adding a 10% radius and a 10% damage in PvE. The Striker subclass also had a 50% damage boost in PvE, while the Defender only had grenade buffs. For the Warlock class, only the first two subclasses were affected. The Sunslinger had 2 minor grenade nerfs, and the Melee Scorch has a 0.3 second delay before the shield. Next, we have the Voidwalker, and Blink now has a 1 second recovery penalty, and the Nova Bomb has a 50% damage boost in PvE. Finally, we have the most controversial of the three, in my opinion, the Hunter subclass. You will find that the Gunslinger mostly had the Trip Mine no longer attached to players, had the Trip Mine reduced by 3% in damage, and had the base damage of the Golden Gun increased by 50%, and adds an additional 30% in PvE. The Gunslinger's throwing knife now has a 10% damage nerf, and no longer will extend the duration of the Golden Gun, but decreases the cooldown when the Circle of Life. Next, the Blade Dancer, the subclass I'm currently playing in the gameplay behind me, had one of the most critical patches made to the game update. The subclass's super, Arcblade, was changed to be more of a precision kill super instead of a button mashing, rage-inducing super. And it has a hit detection increase by 0.5 meters, 30% damage increase in PvE, a 0.8 second cooldown in between air swings, a 20% decrease of energy per swing and hit, and had showstopper radius increased by 1 meter, as well as vanish, now causing players to turn invisible on cast. The Blink Strike melee was decreased by 0.4 meters. Backstab angle was reduced by 30 degrees. Escape Artist was delayed by 5 seconds. And in addition to this, killing an enemy with a arc blade extends the duration and grants a brief 150% damage increase to the target. Finally, the subclass that was the most pain to literally any person who has ever played this game ever had to be nerfed the most. Surprise, surprise, it's the Night Stalker. Now, I guess it wasn't really as big of a pain to me as it is to other people, because I can deal with it. It doesn't really bother me. I actually rarely see them playing the game. But it did need a nerf, and I feel like what we got is well deserved. So the changes to this class includes the super Shadow Shot, applying the suppression effect on impact, making it less frustrating to play against in PvP, yet more effective in PvE. Now, for the melee, which is what my friends and I call it, has a 34% damage buff, and also has damage over time duration increased by 1 second, and unupgraded smoke cloud increased by 1 second, and venom jump suppression removed from cloud status effects, vanish in smoke decrease agility point when active, and cloud duration decreased 1 second, along with the dreaded shadow step, which was moved to a single dodge every 3 seconds, which, thankfully, I'm glad they did that. That's the biggest thing. And a bigger thankfully, as that is it for the numbers, guys. Now, overall, I feel that this update was I don't know about necessary, but needed. A lot of people wanted it. I know that, I really wanted it in certain aspects. I feel the Hunter had the most influence on this game so far, and Bungie did a good job, keeping the game as fair as they could. There's always those people who main on Hunters. I personally like Hunters the most. I've played on each class, and you know, if you are a hunter, don't worry about this. You're still, it's not going to change your class much. And for the Warlock and Titan, you guys lucked out. You got mostly buffs, and for the nerfs that you did get, you won't notice it at all. And that's going to have to be it for the video, guys. Again, thank you so much for helping me reach 100. Thanks for watching. If you're coming on, please subscribe. I appreciate it. I love watching this channel grow. It's something that, is special, and I appreciate it from you guys. So that's going to have to be it for the video, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.